Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a full factory order of a brand new Mercedes-Benz. Typically, we order the car, we have to wait a little while for the factory to build it, but what we've done today is I'm going to walk you through the client's order without the client here, and then we're going to show you the finished product the same day because the car's actually already arrived, which is great. So typically, we would do this at one of our desks, in the lounge. We could do it in the boardroom if a client wants, but just because of for the sound quality and just to see it on the big screen and that sort of thing, I'm going to do it today. We're in the boardroom at Mercedes-Benz Burlington. Fantastic place to kind of sit and relax and get some work done as well. So I have both screens here, one so I can spec it with you guys on the Mercedes-Benz.ca website, and then I also have my factory internal on this side kind of showing me the factory codes and that sort of thing for the order. I thought you guys might want to see something really cool, so we're doing a full custom order on a G-Wagon. A lot of the time you see similar specs of a G-Wagon, a matte black, a black or a red interior. This client's gone with a little bit of a different spec, which I like, so that's what I thought I'd highlight for you guys today. So starting on our website, Mercedes-Benz.ca, fantastic tool for all of our clients to use. You can, pretty well walk yourselves through any type of car. I actually use this tool with clients as well. Reason being is there's a rendering of the vehicle that you can see in real time. Nice little picture of it parked, and as you change your build and your order and your factory specs and options, you can actually see the car changing live time, and that works for pretty well every one of our models that's available to factory order. When I do it on the internals, it's a little bit more boring. You see a little bit more of the factory codes and that sort of thing, but it is, because Mercedes-Benz is such a bespoke company, it is very important because one digit off on a code could be a whole different paint color, could be a whole different option, could be a whole different brake setup. So that's why I have both open here. So starting, we're going to do a brand new G-Wagon. This is a G63. The client's actually gone for an emerald green color, which I'm going to change here on the website. What's really cool about the G-Wagon is there's a whole pile of colors that you can see here, all of them highlighted with the different price points for the different colors. Everything from Green Hell Magno, which is a matte green, which we highlighted earlier this year, all the way down to just a regular black if you just want to keep it simple with a black. This client went kind of right down the middle, so we're going to do an emerald green metallic. Doesn't change the cost of the vehicle, just subtle difference to the actual vehicle. When you see it in the light, which we'll show you, you can see the green really pop, which is nice. Client wanted to upgrade the rim, so we're going to go with from the standard wheel here, the 21-inch, we're going to jump all the way over to here. We're going to do a 22-inch AMG wheel. Really brings it to life, looks really, really good. This is one of my favorite wheels. Depending on what you do, I like the chrome for this one. Sometimes I prefer the black. Because this car is very similar to black, I recommend doing a chrome accent all the way around just to kind of highlight the two different colors on the vehicle. Also, a really big tell for a lot of the G-Wagons. In the last couple of years, a lot of clients have been actually leaving it without the bar, but I really like the bush guard on the front. So 3 options for the bush guard. You got a matte black, you've got a piano black, obsidian black, which is more of a glossy finish, and then you've got the AMG brush guard in the chrome. We're going to add the chrome here. No need to add the stealth package or anything like that because we're trying to do a chrome accented vehicle, so we don't need to add any of the black accents. So as you can see here, now we've added on the bush guard. It looks really good. Now again, a little bit different from real life to here. So normally if you have a sales professional, they're going to tell you the differences. So what I tell my client at this point would be, in person, it's not as loud as a front bush guard on the front. It's a little bit more matted. It doesn't stand out like on here where it almost looks like they took white out and put it on. Just the way the light's hitting this photo in the rendering, it looks like that, but it actually looks a little bit more seamless in person. And the rest of the time, the client just has to kind of trust you. But when you see this car come to life, you'll see what I mean. It really does look really good on the front. Another thing this client added then was the interior. This is my favorite part of the vehicle. Obviously, the outside is really sharp, but you sit on the inside, right? So when you come to the inside here, we're going to add the heated steering wheel down here. Few options for the heated steering wheel as well, depending on what you want to do. There's a full leather that adds heated steering wheel with the Dynamica as well. You can do a different one where you have a piano black on the top and the bottom. You can do a full carbon fiber steering wheel, tons of different options. For this one, we're just gonna do a heated steering wheel option. So because it's already a full leather, we're just gonna select the heated steering wheel over here. That makes this same steering wheel that the client already liked a heated version of the same one. Now, when you look at the interior here, tons of different options as well. We have a couple different standard colors that you can choose from. This client wanted to do the full custom, which is down here. So we have multiple different options down here. We're gonna select the saddle brown interior with the black insert. So you can kind of see it here on the door. The full seat is the saddle brown on both sides as well, which you'll see in person shortly. And it really just does a nice kind of two-tone on the interior because you get the black inserts on the seat, but then you also have black down the center and all your other accents are black. Another main thing that we always change is the trim. So if you see here on the door, you see the trim. You also have it on the handle in the front here on the dash and throughout the center. You know, the metal weave is a popular trim when you're doing a bit of a sporty one, but this is more of a, you know, classy, custom order that is kind of going based on heritage, right? So when you do it that way, we want to do something a little bit more classy. So we're going to do an open pore brown wood. So I click here, you'll see it load here. Now you've got it changed throughout the center console, just behind the screen, subtle difference, but really adds a nice element here. And then you'll also see it across the dash and on the door panels as well. For this client, we've pretty much wrapped up the build with this spec. So emerald green on the outside, we've upgraded the rims, we've upgraded the bush guard. On the inside, we've really upgraded the leather from the standard black to a full custom saddle brown two-tone black with the open pore trim throughout the console as well. And that's kind of going to wrap up our build. So, you know, there's tons more that you can add or subtract from different vehicles, including the G-Wagon. You can add an extended carbon package. You can add, you know, different interior options, different standalone features. The last thing we're going to do on this car when we're looking at the summer here is we're just going to change one more thing. When you're looking at this car, you know, another thing why you need a really good salesperson is because there's things that are standard that you can change, but you have to know. When you're looking at this car, you might not notice on first glance, but what I notice after building a lot of these G-Wagons is the brake calipers are red. When you look at the car, it's looking a little bit too much like Christmas to me. For no cost, you can actually change that. So when you look down here, we're going to change it to silver brake calipers. That's just going to kind of delete the outstanding red on the inseam that wouldn't really go with the green, and now you've got more of a flush look for the wheels. And that's the client's final build there. So I think it's time we take a look on the inside and the outside in person. Okay, so typically this is the part where we'd have to wait a little while for the factory to custom build it to all of our requirements, and then we would see it, but we didn't want you guys to wait. So just like a cooking show, we snap our fingers, the end product is here from the factory. It came out amazing, looks fantastic. I know we're a German brand, but I like to call this the British Racing Edition based on the color scheme we have here. Emerald green exterior with the brown interior looks fantastic. Take a look for yourself.